Oh well.
I'll let you know when it's loaded up on here.
My game was disconnected.
Because on my end. Is my mic right now? Good, good, good. Alright, so. List of Volkswagen Group petrol engines. Anyway, we've already got cars leaving the garage as it stands. I'll wait. That's alright. I was going to say I'll wait until you're here. Alright, gotcha. As I said, restart the game. Got plenty of time. We can miss a few apps.
Just please don't crash. Please don't crash. Bro, it crashed again. Far out. Yeah, my game just crashed again.
That's okay. There's another invite for you. Have you disabled audio again?
No, it's alright. Can you just see my audio's alright?
It probably won't be generating anything considering you're not in the game. I think the stream's paused when you're out of the game. On the sea loading.
No, it's live.
Alright. Yeah, no, it's there.
Oh, yeah, there.
It's there.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Just maxed up the volume on my phone.
Viewers, welcome back. Sorry, I'm having a bit of technical difficulties. This game likes to break my whole Xbox some days.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to join back the lobby. The lobby is open. I'm just trying to join back. It is currently a short quality. But yeah, this game is a bit broken.
We have about 9 hours on Outlap right now. Crack Blunin, however you say your name. He's the first to cross the line. Crack. Alright, I'll just say Crack. He's crossing anyway, yeah. He's heading down that main straight to finish the Sector 1 timing zone. And we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3, and I believe it is a Mercedes, although it looks like it could be a Haas as well. But it's hard to say at this point.
Let's hope it doesn't crash ever again.
Hopefully not. Anyway, here we are. Welcome back, everyone.
Okay, just loading in now.
Oh, that McLaren nearly lost its rear end heading down there. That's spooky. Poor old Ninja there. Had a handful on his outlap.
There we go.
You're in. Awesome stuff.
I am in.
Welcome back.
Alright, let me just get the spectator menu ready up. So, first car out, I believe is Crack.
Yep. He's way far down. Yeah, Flunky's retired from session. I'm not sure what happened there.
Jack, welcome. Welcome back. Yep, this game likes to break itself. So does my Xbox. So.
Rip. Yeah.
No, I'm upgrading my Xbox pretty soon.
Good.
Maybe this week or next
week.
Good.
So you're trading it in for the Series S then?
Yes.
I guess. Good. I mean,
Series S, yeah. Because I searched for a Series S as Crack's about to cross the line now.
We're on board. He's used his deployment.
He was very hesitant.
138.4 though.
138.4?
That's not a bad first lap though.
Not bad.
Anyway, what were you saying? As we've got.
Let's quickly go through these. The Sway's the next car to cross the line. Looks like a very good lap.
138.6.
Down.
That's yellow flags. We've got an Alfa Romeo in the wall. 137.5 on the mediums. That's pretty good. Sorry, 137.7. That's pretty good.
Yeah, still hard over the 38.1. Behind him is a Ferrari, I believe that is
Rude. Yeah.
See what he gets now.
138.0.
38 flat. Then actually Jackos behind him.
Oh god.
Yes, I was supposed to prioritize Jackos, but he is just gone into the pit, so that's alright. I'll give him a left to prioritize.
So he's faked us out there. He's already invalidated his lap, but he's given his monster lap. Oh, we've got a Haas in the wall.
Oh, and a Sultana.
Haas.
That is Sultana.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can see that now. He's lost to the front right. That's Carita now goes for his hot lap, so we're going to go.
Tiboya goes in the pit lane. Anyway, welcome back to Div 2, everyone. Welcome back to Div 2.
Yeah.
Ninja's about to cross the line.
If you guys have any requests, be sure to spend them points you've been earning by watching our streams. Be sure to spend the points for any hot laps.
Ninja and Muckpin,
all that jazz.
2nd and 4th respectively.
Just try to stay away from the... I would say, is the Welsh hot lap, as there's only one Welshman who can do the perfect hot laps, who is currently not here. He's currently watching the stream. Again, welcome to you, Jack. In the Aussie Bogan hot lap, I mean...
Oh,
I don't have the Aussie accent.
Yeah, okay, so Crack crashed his car.
Crack's crashed his car?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Yeah, that was a big crash there. I just saw Sway's. Sway's had his lap interrupted from it. Anyway, sorry, continue what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying that the 2 request challenges where people request to do hot laps from us. There's a spectate, not spectate, to commentate over. There's 2 of them. I would not recommend. If you want a Yano hot lap, we have to get our best friend Yano in the party to commentate over.
Might be tricky for
any
Yano
selected driver you want. No, he's very competent with doing it.
He's committed. He can drive.
Yes. Kruger loses the back end coming out of the chicane there, but now. Cuts the corner.
Oh, cuts that corner completely. He could have actually set a decent time there. 138.1. That would have been a good time on the movies, but unfortunately he blew it in that last bit there. And on top of that,
about to cross the line. Let's see what he gets. Very good lap on the medium. No, that's what I should add as well. Let's see the medium runners. We've got Muckpin, JTM, and Oxy in the top 3 in the medium.
Yeah. So they're
big differences compared to the softs.
Yeah, it's fascinating. They've managed to get the most out of those medium tyres compared to their soft rivalries. Sorry, I should be saying. But yeah, I'm super impressed to see those types out of the medium tyre. So I'm on board personally with Chunky Snags, who's setting a semi-decent Sector 1. But I'll be super curious to see how he handles the technical section of Sector 2 on this track. As said before, this is the most complicated part of the track, as we just see Goats for Life go 3rd fastest with a 137.7. One of 2 cars to be in the 137.7 bracket, both on the medium tyre that they managed to get that in. So that's some incredible consistency between those 2. What are your thoughts on these times set so far?
On mediums? Surprised.
Yeah.
Surprised. But I do think it's the one stop. But do remember though, there is rain to the end.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a dry, wet.
Interesting.
As we had to fix up the weather for the new lobby. But yes, that's going to be the coolest.
Oh,
so I
here in Goats for Life have a small accident there.
Oh, and as you say that,
what happened was that your boy here dived in way too heavy into that turn there and bumped the side of his car. So that was very amateur effort there from Boy here, unfortunately. Dived in a bit too late. Kruger is
about to go for another hot lap. Well, no, he's not.
I was going to say, Goats even got out of the way. From there, so that's not a good look.
So we have also we have finally got Duff in as Cody couldn't make it. We got Duff in. He is a Williams driver, but because due to our time limits, we put Duff in the McLaren, but his points will go to Williams as another Williams driver. Like Sway's, his points will go to the McLaren as just a reserve.
Sway set a
as I can see, it's your boy in the wall. He's out.
Yeah, he's out. I reckon he's lost it from understeer.
He has. We've just went past him.
Unfortunately, I can't get any cameras near him. Is there any cars coming near him? No, all of them are basically gone just past him.
Oh, just gone past.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I'm super
curious with Daffia. Let's see how we go.
Yeah, Daff and Sway are the two I'm particularly interested in seeing their times. We've already got about 4 cars out. We've got Crack, who set a 1:38.4 and thinks that
Let's
time
quickly just jump on Jackos though, as member. Supposed to prioritize him. Let's see what he gets now.
1:37.2, 3/10 above. Excellent lap there from Jackos.
We do have 11 minutes left, so we could another lap out of him.
Did you say 11 minutes? It's actually 8 on my end.
You got 8? Oh, well, there you go.
So when it says 0 for me, the extra 3 minutes will count down.
As soon as the checkered flags come out, that's pretty much the difference.
Yep. So I don't know if the checkered flag will come out at the same time for each other, but I've got 8 minutes exactly on my end. McNeils is retired from the session. Has he crashed? Yeah, looks like he has. Looks like he has.
I don't see him on track.
No, he's on track. Yeah, he's crashed. He's ruined his front.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Front lap.
I see him now.
So this short quali format's promoting a bit of chaos in this room right now. There's an increased sense of urgency to get your lap times out and to get yourself as hot up in the grid as you possibly can. And I believe that is therefore leading to more mistakes on the track, particularly on such. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but Fry's on a full lap old soft tires.
Doing the endurance run, I see. But anyway, as I was saying.
But it didn't set a lap.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened there. That's interesting. But as I was saying, so basically this track is already a moderately unforgiving track when you're unfamiliar with it. When you're given a very limited set time to set a quali lap which will determine your grid spot in the entire race, it's just going to put more pressure on you to perform on such a tight track. And this track's wonderful. We both love this track. But yeah, this track can be an absolute demon to drive through at its worst. As Frizy is getting out of the way for oncoming traffic, which includes Ninja and Daff in the McLaren behind him.
We have Storm Hutto 2 temps up on his time on mediums. Fresh mediums I wanted to quickly add.
I thought they only had one set of mediums.
Well, it says 0 laps, so yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so did he set it on softs or is he improving?
I think he did, yes.
That's fascinating.
He is improving, but he was 2 temps up. Let's see how he goes now.
Crossing the line. He's not going to improve. Oh, he just improves.
Just did, but it was not enough.
1.5 stop a second there.
As I think there's a carbon of Ninja.
Ninja set a time good enough for P2. He's caught up to Jackos. Jackos' incredible lap in the previous stream that we had has unfortunately not been replicated, but that's due to the format changes here. But his medium time's still very impressive. But the medium times we're seeing here...
I've just watched how Ninja took that line there. That's the same one I take.
Learning from the best, I guess. Well, I mean, come on, you're in the top 5 of the championship, aren't you? Or maybe not, it's very close up the top, but...
Yeah, top 4.
Top 4, well, then I was right. Ninja actually has repeated his impressive form and has actually just the sector while we've been watching all that, so that's he's not done yet. He's absolutely keen on taking that pole position as it stands. Did we have someone else retire from the session? Frizy.
I haven't seen any...
Frizy?
Yep.
So again, both passes.
Again, both passes. Wow, and Pajalas hasn't gone out yet.
Pajala's going to do his own really rapid hot lap. He's going to do it all for us. He's going to save the best till last.
It could be, as Ninja now 2 temps up. So the way he's going,
he could get on pole. It depends on how he handles this sector 3, which is not an easy part of the track to get right. In fact, the only really easy part
doesn't have much ERS to play with.
No, he doesn't. He's gaining a little bit.
Speaking of ERS, I think he's gaining, but again, this is... With your setup, you do want to have a really good downforce. So, in terms of braking's not much of a thing here. You see now,
he'll
across the finish line.
He goes pole.
He does.
He gained enough to get there. A tenth over his rival Jackos in P2, so 1:37.1.
What would Jackos be thinking?
Or I reckon he might. I mean, he said it's a one-stopper, but it's a one-stopper for the mediums. So if you start on the soft tire, unless he's got the pace.
I do think again, rain is coming.
If rain is coming,
go on mediums.
Yeah.
Then we'll extend them
to get the longest first stint out of the way. And fortunately, tires don't blow out as easy in this game as they do in real life. So people are going to be able to go longer.
JTM on softs, he's gone purple in the second sector.
Yeah, that's a very important part of the track to go purple on. That's indicated that he's going to set a very impressive time. Hopefully he can nail it all together in sector 3, but we'll have to just wait and see. I'm on board with him right now.
He's coming through the tunnel now. About to go through the last chicane of the track.
Fun chicane to get right. As you said, it's a sketchy
couple left-handers here.
Oh, he's eased off a bit too much there, but I reckon he will go pole. He does go pole.
He hits the 36.9s.
So he hits the 36.9 on soft.
So let's see how others will react.
Yeah.
How would others react?
It just depends. I mean, these tyres now, these tyre choices are put stone. They're basically set in their strategy. They're going to revolve their strategy around the tyres they choose in this qualifying session. It's going to be very interesting to see how that all pans out.
Yes. We have showtime now. I believe he's on a hot lap, even though he's a 10th down. Could find time in the middle section.
Yep, absolutely.
Although, like, as you do repeat yourself, it is a very tricky to perfect it.
But you can also gain the most out of here. This can make or break your lap.
Definitely. That's right. So let's see how he goes coming on to...
See how big his balls are. He fully sends it through here. Gets super close to the inside.
That is one way of saying it.
That's a pretty ballsy turns. The set of turns he's taken there. Actually, that's good for him. That's going to bode well for his lap time. Let's see how much better he's improved. Not as much as I thought, actually. That's interesting.
He was a 10th down. Now he's 2 tenths up. So it is a big improvement he's made.
Yeah, so he's made a net gain there. I just realised there's two cars with the number 23, and they're both in different teams. It's DAF 23 brandishing the number 23 McLaren, and Showtime brandishing the number 23 Alpha Tauri. And we've got plenty of cars out on track in the outlaps, so I guess we might have time to talk about the Qatar Grand Prix. It's completely up to you if you want to chat about it. I know you didn't watch it, but did you want to chat about your thoughts on it? Or?
We can. Showtime hasn't done much. Well, I'll quickly just jump onto Jack as he's getting ready. We'll be getting ready for his whole lap. But with Qatar, you know what? I'm really hoping there's micro tyres. I'm hoping just to drive on it on this game. Because some people do say it seems to be fun to drive on.
Yeah, I saw that from the onboards and from the race itself. It was surprising to see so much more overtaken than what people had implied. And people were basing those impressions based off MotoGP through there, which is a bit of a slog apparently. And having played MotoGP 20 for a little bit and have ridden on that track, it's a little on the boring side of it.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we're going to go a hot lap with Jackos.
No problem. Yeah, I was just seeing when he's passed.
So I will commentate over this, as there is no Aussie here, but I'll try to commentate this. So, commentators, you want to try to take a wider line here, you want to take a really tight apex here. He does. You want to ride that curb, try not to invalidate. For what I do is I tend to hug that left wall, follow the line onto this curb, get a better turn in. Opens DRS, take any line really here. You want to try to stay close to the right hand side of the wall.
Improves, but
improves a little bit. Yeah, you can pretty much throw the car in. You can go as wide as you can. Try not to exceed track limits. Here's a bit of a tricky part. We go down the third, back to fourth. That's really good. So you want to pretty much stay away from any wheel spin. And here's the tricky part. Jackos takes it perfectly. I was about to say you can ride that curb. This one as well is a bit bumpy, but you can perfect it, you control the car. You can pretty much go into first, get much rotation, go into third, reduce any wheel spin. Opens DRS onto the back straight here. Does it improve? It goes 2 temps up, but will that be enough to be JTM or even Ninja here?
He did go purple
on an element of soft stone. Coming onto the second last chicane, onto the tunnel. This is a section you want to outbrake yourself into the wall. Takes that curve really nicely. Takes that curve really nicely to the last chicane, probably the trickiest one of the whole track. Jacob Flights are finally out. Jackos now about to finish his lap. You want to put the foot down and see what you get.
It goes in 136.6.
That's
wonderful
a very
lap there.
Impressive lap. As Ninja cannot improve.
Ninja does not improve.
Sitting on pole.
In fact, he was 0.001 seconds slower on the soft tyre, so he was still starting the medium.
Has finished his lap. We've got Bajala next, who is 4 temps up.
We've got Oxygen Thief too. We can't discount him. He's set some very decent laps in Div 2. He's high up in the standings.
Bajala P13. Impressive.
Just 2 tenths off his teammates. Super close between those two in the Tauri garage.
And now got Chunky, who's 1.7 seconds down in his time.
So I
think his session's done.
Yeah.
That now about 2 temps off his time. Could he still improve?
An Oxygen Thief could take a front row. Oh, he's a bit shaky, the Oxygen Thief. This is going to be very interesting to watch.
See that, does he improve? P10, very good.
Decent lap there from Daf. Oxy, no.
Oxy, that's what he gets. doesn't change positions. The
No.
last cut across the line now. Kurita, who doesn't even have to drive properly.
Oh.
Kurita, mate, come on.
Wonder what time Kurita can set. He's on the soft tyre. It's in the 138 bracket now. We don't know what time that's good enough for, but a 138.2 sets actually sees P10. Season pit start P10 on the grid, so that's not bad. Given he had 1 lap to do that, I reckon that's an alright lap. But props to Jackos though, what a lap. Unfortunately for Goats for Life, he has a 5-place grid penalty for that accident that frankly wasn't his fault, but because it's Formula 1 2021, you know, how dare you get out of the way and then...
So your top 10 on the mediums, actually on the softs, I would say, JTM and Kurita, and Goats for Life is the only driver, unfortunately, to get the 5-place grid penalty.
Yeah, so very unfortunate there for Goats for Life, considering he's leading the championship now, isn't he? So that's a very unfortunate thing to have happen.
With his, especially with his rival Oxy there, that's right above him. Let's check the chat. Props to Jackal, says Ninja. Definitely, that was a really good lap of his.
And then Sways just sends a random like set of emojis. Well, emotes. Sorry, emojis and emotes are different things. But I'm a boomer, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, someone started the race countdown very early.
It's alright. We gotta. Should not be doing that, but people are a bit impatient. They want to get straight into it. But we do have a formation lap, and there will be rain coming towards the end of this race. Everyone, viewers, be sure to put in your top 3, not in order, up to you. Your top 3 finishes here, and your fastest lap. With our formation lap. So, Michael, we'll start with you. Your top 3, no particular order, and who you think will get fastest lap?
Or fastest lap could go. I reckon Jackos has got fastest lap in the bag, but top 3 could be. I reckon it could be any random drivers. It could be Sways. It could be Goats for Life. I reckon it could even be Flunky. I know he's all the way down to P19, but he's quick. He's decent. He's decently fast. And we don't know how many safety cars they're going to be. We don't know how much the weather's going to change the course of the strategy and all that, the trajectory of where the drivers are on the track. So it's going to be a very interesting race to unfold. But yeah, no, I'm personally sticking to Sways, Goats, Flunky. Maybe swap out Flunky for Ninja, because Ninja's proven that he's got some incredible pace there in those medium tyres. And I reckon if the medium runners stay out longer and stay super competitive with each other, close to each other on the track, again, medium runners. Kind of a bit all over the place there, but there's just so many drivers here. It's so close between quite a good chunk of these drivers here that it's very difficult to tell.
Speaking of tyres, we have both the Hasses on hards.
They're gonna go super long then. I reckon they're gonna do what
they went probably the safer option.
Yeah, I agree.
To the rain.
They're gonna do the we've got the powered by if this doesn't work, but we've got the Hasses doing an Alpine in Turkey there. They're gonna try go for as long as they can on a single set of tyres. And of course, given the weather will change in this race, they will obviously have to make that pit stop. But if it had started wet and stayed wet to the end of the race, they could have done, as I said before, Alpine at Turkey.
Yes. My top 3, look, Jackals looks strong, but that's a time trial pace.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes in the race.
Yeah.
So it is really difficult because this race is very unpredictable.
Very technical and demanding.
No matter. That's right. So, and plus with the rain coming, Jackals has a bit of a spin.
Yeah, he put a bit too much into that.
I mean, that's one way to heat up your tyres.
And he reset the track. Is that allowed in formation lap?
It's formation lap, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, fair enough. I just wanted to double check, that's all.
Because there is ghosting anyway, so it's not going to distract anyone.
We've got 2 people disqualified from the formation lap, but that's okay. They'll line up on the grid with cold tyres for being naughty people. But anyway.
Apparently that doesn't matter.
Oh really? I thought it did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That some people say that it doesn't really matter, but I stick by it that there's a difference.
Yeah, I'm adamant too that there's a difference, and I prefer to ideally. I feel like learning to avoid other cars in the formation lap is good practice for the actual race itself, because you don't know how late people are going to brake, and you don't know how wide people are going to go in turns. So it's better to be super aware of your surroundings than rather just assume people will get out of the way for you when you go on the inside of them. So
that's right. Okay, 5 lights about to go.
Waiting
all
for
the
them.
drivers are ready.
Yep, we've got it's Alfa Romeo of It's Your Boy here.
And I do just got the particular pits. Pit stop trying to do medium, soft, medium, hard. Let's see. 5 lights are out on our.
Yep, lights out and the race
and they're
to turn
off.
1. Let's see
and
how
they are
goes.
off. Jackos gets a really good start here.
We've seen some
The
cars very
Alpine
close
right next
to
to
each
him.
other. Got a Red Bull diving down the inside there. I think that's Kruder. Kruder's had a good start.
It's looking very clean at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't see any yellow flags. I do see a lot of ups and downs looking at the side. On the side here.
Frizzy's gained a bit. Kruder has had an amazing start though. He was like P10. He's now P4 already. He's on the soft tyre. He's had an incredible start, and I think he's catching up to Ninja in P3.
Jackos had a really good start here. Still has JTM and Ninja behind him.
They gave each other
Kruder's
room.
made up to P4.
Seeing-
So that's a big improvement on
Oh, there's a small accident there between the Alpine and the Ninja. Seeing the front wing fly across the track.
Yes, I see.
That's
on the
Pajala.
map.
That is Pajala with that front wing. That is indeed Pajala with that front wing.
The race is now sectioned into two trains here. One leading of Jackos, the other one leading, I believe, is Kubistic.
Goats and CPF is swap places further down. Oh, Rude's done a magnificent pass there on Goats for Life for P7. Goats for Life's had a decent start too, actually. Got a yellow flag in sector
We have
2.
a yellow flag.
You know what that's for?
Well, that could be for Crack, yes. I think Crack's had a moment.
Yeah, he's about
Pajala.
He's
And
down in
yes,
one
Pajala. As you can see, Pajala has wing damage
Oh, he's just taking it
on the front.
Was that a ram?
And he's out.
Was that a ramming?
No, I'm not sure, but he's just gone into the wall.
Because
That'd be for safety car.
Because Crack's bumped, Crack like broken later and hit the back of him there, and has plunged
Is that
into
a
the
full
wall.
safety car?
It might be hard to say because he's in an important
I
part
don't
of the
think so
track.
because there is no traffic around as Jackos gets fast enough for the home, and there's a lot of overtaking happening as Goats for Life.
Hits.
And I believe Hutto as well. A double stack with Aston Martin as
It's very risky on this game. It's very risky. Virtual
very
safety.
risky, and we have a virtual safety car.
He's
So that
replacing
is
his
sort of
front wing.
saving the Aston.
That's
That is sort of saving the Aston as Crack has also retired.
that was dodgy from Crack. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but it didn't look too good on my end there. It looked like he bumped into the back of him, might have given him a tap into the wall. Of course, I don't know. I'm not going to make a call here, but if any of the drivers feel
There
wrong,
will be a stewards report
Yeah.
if it is true.
if any of the drivers feel wrong, they have the stewards they can refer to, and they can look at the incident report from there. Fortunately, it's resulted in 2 cars out of this race on lap 1.
That's right. So let's quickly have a look at the ups and downs, the winners and the losers in the opening lap. Kruder being one of them, 5 positions from his starting. The best one here, Kubistic, has gone up by 8.
Yeah,
With both It's Your Boy and Frizzy up by 6. Biggest losers here. Unfortunate, both the Astons.
Both the Astons, yeah,
Both the Astons,
have
7
lost
and 11.
massively. Very unfortunate for the Aston Martins there. I think Storm's loss in particular was made worse by Goats for Life changing the front wing. It wasn't his fault, because front wing changes take a while in the real world of Formula 1, and they take a while in this game. And unfortunately, the double stack impeded on Storm a little bit, and has sent him further back down the field than he'd probably like. Nonetheless, it's a virtual safety car, and I believe it has ended, but there's the whole race in front of them. It's only lap 2 and 31, they can catch up.
That's right. And again, there is rain, so some people might find it better as DRS is now finally enabled.
JTM and Ninja are within a train with Jackos. Actually, there's less than a second separating the top 3 right now. About 8 tenths, now 9. Fascinating.
So let's see our closest battles. Probably we've got a fight for P9 here, a fight for P12 as well. McNeil's really close to Fry here, really pushing him just to get faster through the corners.
Yeah, it looks very close here.
Fontana as
Fry's
well,
got the better
with
exit on
Chunky.
McNeil's, but McNeil's left DRS, so it'll be super interesting to see how these two handle themselves in this corner here.
Let's go on board with McNeil's really quick on this straight. Let's see if there be any overtakes.
He's going to look down the
McNeil is
inside.
pushing.
Oh, he bumped him a little, but he went down
taps
the
him a
inside.
bit.
No damage between the cars. And does he stay ahead going into this 90 to 180 degree corner? Does. Handles himself
holds it
very
off.
nicely. Wonderful move there from McNeil.
Bit bumpy, but gets the job done.
Absolutely.
Take in my books. Fries could be struggling as well. I might keep in mind as well. Oxley and Fry are toggle drivers. What I mean by that is with their steering wheel, they like to toggle it instead of steering.
So they
if you watch their
movements.
onboards, if you watch their onboards, they like to toggle. As the onboard with Fry, you see when it comes to his turns, he likes to toggle his steering.
I'm not familiar with that terminology. It looks like he's using a controller. But if he's using a steering wheel and a steering like that,
no,
that's
he definitely controller. But just you can see the way he's toggling.
Oh right, yeah. Okay. Right, interesting method there. It seems to work though. Jackos just sits the fastest lap of the race.
Jackos, he's got a real getaway on
JTM.
He's just 2 seconds already.
He's gained a lot of time. He's got a 3 seconds.
Jackos, he's the first person as well.
Yeah. So fast but reckless seems to be the method here, and it seems to be working out for Jackos in the early stages of this race. See how it bodes for him in the later stages when everyone's got to change tyres. As we've got JTM being under attack here, Ninja here. Ninja's got DRS. It looks like Ninja might not be able to make the move unless he brakes very late. No, he's broke later than JTM. He's caught up, but not enough to make the move. In fact, Ninja actually set a purple sector there.
I did see Showtime and Dav switching positions here. Another the Ferrari with Flunky looking behind as well. So we've got a freeway here for P9.
Yeah.
As well as Fry and Ichiboy switch places as Ichiboy goes for the dive on the outside. Unfortunately, just missed the overtake. Gets the job done.
Yep, managed to nail that.
On a mission to get back up.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
As Crudo retires.
That could be a safety car.
Another race of him. It is a full safety car.
That's a full safety car. I wonder what happened there, because that's down in that hairpin. But did he bump the bridge there? Did he bump the inside wall there?
As well, his whole car is much in shambles, I might say.
His front wing's absolutely stuffed.
It's all gone. So, are we going to see some of the soft drivers coming in? Let's keep an eye on the tyre changes.
The gap in front. The gap in front effectively gives them a free pit stop.
There's only one driver who could be going onto the softs here, onto the medium, sorry, JTM. But his track position actually is also a thing on this track. Is he going to go in?
He is going to go in.
He is.
Unless he's going to fake us out massively. No, he's going to go in. It's better to go in at this point than to stay out, because you've done 4 laps of, well, you've done 2 laps of full racing, but by the time you're done with the safety car.
And he gets a 5 second for
speeding. It didn't look like he was speeding there. Maybe he misinterpreted.
It didn't look like it, but you do have to be pretty slow.
We've got Ninja. So the podium drivers, as it stands, have got penalties. Various little reasons. Ninja's left the session. Understandable after a crash like that, but that means there's a double retirement for the Red Bulls.
We've also got Kubistic pitting in, switching
JTM
swing as well.
JTM coming out in P14, so that's a very bad position to be in. But it is in the early stages of the races, and a lot can change, as I said before.
The question is though, is the track position more you need to prioritize?
Difficult to say personally, because I've been able to have a good race around here in the wet, which doesn't necessarily mean
and Haro's retired.
Did they crash out?
On the chicane, yes, he has.
So, bad to worse
we can't get a camera on him. But the Aston, yes.
We might be able to get a camera on him from P1.
Not a very good day.
We'll see what happens. The car stays in the game when we go past him with the Aston Martin V8 Vantage safety car out front. Lovely looking safety car. Which one do you like? Do you like the Mercedes or do you like the Aston Martin safety car more?
Which one's the red one?
The red one's the Mercedes, yeah, the AMG GDR. Yeah.
I'd just say because the red is a bit more
striking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. I like the Aston Martin a lot. They both run Mercedes V8s, fun fact. I've said this fact before. I just like to repeat these because it's fun to repeat in broadcast. But yeah, they share the same engine, but are both fundamentally very different cars on the inside and on the exteriors. But yeah, that Aston Martin, frankly, both cars look absolutely gorgeous. But personally, I think the Aston Martin.
And it's great that they added both.
Yeah, the Aston Martin, Imola and Jeddah, like the new content, it's nice to finally see that out, because to be honest, it was a little disappointing having the game out launch without those new tracks. It's unfortunate that Portugal will not stay on the calendar next year though in the real world in Formula 1, but Imola and Jeddah will. Jeddah will, because it's backed by oil money, and of course oil money is limitless. I've just been asked to. Jala wants us to join.
I haven't.
Yeah, inviting him. Yeah, he might give his perspective on what happened in lap 1. He might, he may not. We'll find out. But as it stands, we're on lap 6 at 31, and we're still under the safety car. safety car that was initiated from Crew to Karma's crash subsequently has likely been extended by Storm Hutto's accident as well.
So War Machine in chat says track position is key.
Yeah, makes sense.
See, it's because this track is the only way you can really overtake on this track is Fry. It's pitted for fresh mediums. The only way you can really overtake on this track is the driver in front of you makes a little mistake.
Which is easy to do on this track, to be fair. But
if you are under pressure, it is.
And also the DRS zones, you know, it's all about ERS as well. DRS and ERS play a very important hand in various and the faster parts of this track. Because again, you get out corner exits and you want to get a better corner exit than someone, that's going to rely on you using your ERS to get out of someone's slipstream. So, yeah, he's sent me another invite, so I'm going to send him an invite. Because he's asked me to invite him again. So. I don't think so. I'll have a look for you though.
I haven't touched their settings.
Yoink. Yoink. I don't know why I don't have him as a friend on here, but I don't. Invite. My apologies, Bajala. I take that personally. I think that's just I just haven't gotten around to adding you yet for whatever reason. Safety car in this lap.
Safety car in this lap.
Wonderful.
How would Jack Ross approach this? Would he wait to the finish line? Will he go straight?
That's going to detriment him. He's going to go full beans in that last left-hander. He's go.
Jala has joined our party. So, would you like to rant on as we're about to start?
What happened,
mate? This race.
Is he there?
I'm here. Oh,
awesome.
I'm here.
Yeah, what happened?
Blue is a fucking spud.
Yeah.
No, seriously, he's come out on the hairpin and spun it and run right up my ass and put me into the wall, finish my race.
Yeah, we saw, that was not a good look. It was
not a good look, that's disgusting. Absolutely drunk in the first lap to do that.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Seriously. Anyway, boys, good luck for the rest of the course.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Take it easy, mate. Yeah, very unfortunate that accident there, but sadly these things happen to see Goats making a move on Sultana there. Rather excellent move there from Goats to get ahead of Sultana. So Goats has made quick work of the two Haas cars who are busy fighting amongst themselves in the actual 2021 season, but Frizy gets ahead of Sultana for P15. So we see yet another yellow flag.
It's a yellow flag. That's Chunky. No, there's no front wing. He must have got pushed wide somewhere.
Yeah.
JTM's also
maybe
gone
McNeil's.
wide.
JDM has
no front wing either. Both Alpines.
So, team contact maybe.
Team contact, possibly, yes. Who knows? As
Price
just touched the back of him. JTM should not be fighting this. Thank you very much for slowing him down. Maybe McNeil's has damage as well because he seems to be a bit slow out of the corners.
Yeah, I suspect he does too. Yeah, he's hot. Yeah. Yeah, Frizy dives down the inside there. Great move there from Frizy. He's taken the most advantage of this restart here and has managed to gain 6 places so far, I believe. So he's done brilliantly there to gain.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see McNeil's from car. He does have damage left end plate.
Yep, that doesn't surprise me at all, given his pace weakness since the accident. I suspect it might have been McNeil's actually who might have turned Chunky Snags to begin with, and maybe GT was an innocent bystander at all, but that might have what had happened, but it's difficult to say at this point, we didn't have the footage. So,
both Alpines will have to pit. Hopefully they can create a good enough gap to make it go smoothly, who knows.
We've only got 3 cars of penalties up front.
Jackals again with Ninja getting away from the pack a little bit. 2.1 seconds between Ninja and Oxy.
It's increased just a little bit.
Oxy's losing a bit of time with Sways behind him. Bit of a train. P3 to P7. That's in a bit of a race of his own. Holding another train.
Got Itsy Boy here.
2 Hasses in their own races. And we have the 3 cars pitting in.
Yellow flag in sector 2, that appears to be mucked.
That is rude. That's
Or it's rude.
He has no front wing either.
He's lost the front wing. We don't know what
What's
from.
happened to him?
He lost the front wing.
He has lost that front wing.
I
Maybe
suspect-
another battle with someone.
Showtime, maybe, or maybe not. Hard to say.
Hard to say, but there's a lot of
A lot of front wings being lost.
bumper cars as Sasha Vettel, I think once said. I think
What are we
it's
doing here?
bumper
Racing or
cars?
ping pong?
Ping pong?
That's as
yes.
previously said in Russia 2016 after he got hit twice in the rear by Danny Kvyat on lap 1. So
There you go.
yeah,
Well,
fun
there you
fact. That's a good meme, that one. I love that. Oh, Vettel.
Good meme, and it's somewhat fitting.
Somewhat
Since
fitting
we've seen
as
a
it
lot.
stands, yes.
We have seen a lot of the accidents here.
Five,
Let's say closest battles now. Let's just say closest battles here. As the is now enabled. So we'll watch as all. Let's see,
Is
YouTube
Alfa
boy has.
Romeo.
He's had a spun. Has he had damage? He has no damage.
The Haas and
Oh.
Ferrari had contact with each other. Mr. Ferrari is going into the pit lane. I think that was
Big
Sultana.
one.
Actually,
It was Sultana, but I don't even think Sultana knew.
yeah, I don't think he was looking back behind him because he got to concentrate on that left-hander. So I don't think that's malicious.
Goats for life now. He has made up position, so pretty good recovery. He still needs to get near Oxy, who's sitting in P3.
Oh, he's going to make
He's
that dive.
defending from
Flunky.
Sways.
No, Flunky handles himself very well there. We've got another yellow flag. It is might have been McNeil's. No, it's
You
not.
are right.
Oh,
It was McNeil.
we don't know what for though.
Chunky has a big gap away from his teammate.
Yeah,
As
15
Rude
seconds.
has finally come out of the pits on hards.
Yeah, Rude's just gonna wing it at this point from this stint. We don't know when the rain's coming. We know it's coming, but we're at lap 10. We're effectively lap 10, nearly lap 10 anyway, 31. It doesn't seem to be any signs of weather change coming up, so hard tyre is the best to go for now. It appears to be. Look, Goats and Flunky swapping places.
Goats? Wow.
That was a one from Goats.
I wish I saw that.
Yeah.
Wish I saw that
Made the
earlier.
dive down on Flunky, finally got past Flunky.
So Goats on a mission, like I said.
It's not far behind
He's
Daff
on a
either.
championship fight here.
He will get ahead of
He is on a
Daff.
championship fight.
I reckon he'll get ahead of Daff here in the straight.
He is on first stops, I believe.
No, he's on mediums. He's on mediums.
That's how stops or tires. I don't know what
No,
that's
he said soft. No, you're alright, mate. Yeah, he's got DRS.
There we go.
I reckon he's going to get it.
Let's see. But let's say Goats, again, on a mission. Will he overtake Daffy? If
No.
not, could be the next straight.
Barely caught up there, but that bodes well for him on the next straight here because he gets time to brake. Because there's a lot of braking zones in this early bit of sector 1, which allows him to recover his ERS. Daff, they're about equal on ERS. This is very interesting. Does Daff have DRS in front of him? No, he doesn't. Got a yellow flag in sector
That's where
3.
all it comes to.
McNeil's
That's
sector
McNeil's.
2.
That won't matter.
Oh.
We got Goats for life. Going. Ooh. Very
lost
rough. Very rough to Holmes. Put himself. As Daff has a spun.
They've spun and Flunky spun in
It's so
sympathy.
escapistic.
They've spun in sympathy, and Frizy is the big,
And Fry
big
takes
winner
the
out of all
double.
that.
That's my overtake of the week.
Yeah,
Double
Frizy,
overtake.
Frizy gets
You
a
don't see
double
them
overtake.
often.
No, especially in Singapore. Wonderful stuff there
If
from
that-
Frizy.
That should be in it. Whether it's number 1, number 10, number 50, I don't care. It must be in it.
Must be.
Because it's
I
Fry
absolutely
and we
agree.
love him.
Absolutely.
We love Fry. He deserves
Philip J. Fry.
P8. So he's having a really good race.
Yeah, he's
as
having
well.
a wonderful race. Flunky's gained 10 positions too from the start. And, him and Flunky have had a wonderful race so far. Absolutely brilliant racing from those two to gain as much positions as they have this early on in the race.
And what we like to do, we like to meme Daff. We used to say that. Normally, if he's doing really good, we like to say, well, you Daff. And from the looks of it, we don't know who he could be. Because Daff tends to spin.
Well,
Is that
you know,
a
Hugh,
no-win?
he could be Hugh waiting comfortably in the wings there, just observing his Div 2 opponents. Who would come up into Div 1? It's like a
We've
spy.
been doing this for weeks, so he should be known. He should know this by
He
now.
should notice by now. Migrating
As
host.
migrating host, who would that be?
Oxy.
Oxy.
Oxy had a technical issue.
Oxy has left, so he's ghosting
He's
between
ghosting.
Sways now.
Sways gains position.
Sways will take a he's says thank you very much, Ghost. I will take that. Sitting in P3, which means Muckpeen. Will he get DRS?
Muckpeen does not get
I don't
DRS. No, he was too far
I think
back.
he has it, but either way though, he will get it as the AI difficulty is not that high.
'Cause,
He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will get it. As the AI difficulty is not that high. He will
Yeah, he's catching up super quickly there. We don't know who host is now, unfortunately, because
We don't know who host is now, but Oxy, please get back in.
get back in. Daff and Flunky swap places. Daff gets around Flunky on the outside and takes P9 from Flunky. Wonderful move there from Daff. Maybe that is who Daff.
He's now pitting.
Yep, Rude gets
He's
it.
now pitted.
Rude gets a place
But let's
result.
see, closest battles now. It's pretty much all cars that's overtaking.
Oh, yellow
Oxy,
flag in
but
sector
apart
3.
from that,
That
that
is
seems
McNeil's.
to be McNeil's.
Yeah, he's spun somewhere, I think. I think he's got wing damage. No, he's not. He's still... oh, no, yep, he's missing the front wing.
So he'll-
Front wing repair building must be massive.
And oh, Goats! Oh my god! I just look up and he makes a dive bomb on Showtime. What an overtake!
Wonderful move
Goats for
there.
life. And not only, but he's overtaking his championship rival.
He's not backing down. He's absolutely proving that he has every intent of making the most out of the errors that have happened, that have largely been not his fault in this race. He absolutely wants that podium and he can smell it. His Muckpin spins.
Oh, Muckpin has a spin. Fastest lap.
He's damages from the
He's
end
still on
plate.
Jackos.
Oh, that could be close. Frizy gains another place as a result of that. Frizy's having a
Jackos still with the fastest lap. He's the only driver on track with a minute 40.
yeah.
Oh, could get near.
Who? Sorry, who? I wasn't paying us checking.
Jackos.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's flying. To be fair though, Ninja has
But
kept him honest. Flunky and Sultan. Flunky's in the pits again. It's a bit early.
Three
Pitting.
cars into the pit.
Muckping has had his front wing replaced. He's out. He's now out in P11. As Rude is just passing through the last chicane before the double left-hander on the main straight. So Muckping's going to stay in P11. He's not far behind Flunky actually. They're very close to each other.
We're gonna keep on board with Goats here. He's not too far from Swayze, and you can looking at the time gap here.
It's
He's
shrinking.
pushing.
Yeah, it is absolutely shrinking. Rude actually managed to gain places there, interestingly enough, from everyone. So he just got ahead in the end there. Anyway, back to Goats. He's gained a further 2/10 there in that last bit alone. Do you think Goats will set a fastest lap? No.
Don't think so.
It's 4
Doesn't
tenths.
have ERS, but I don't think his mindset is on fastest lap. I think his mindset is to get as close as he can
To the top 3.
to the max points, maximize your points today. Especially just take advantage of your rival who's not in lobby.
Yeah.
Oxy, I will try and invite you.
Oxy is in P9 right now, as it says. No, don't worry, I've got him.
You got him? Okay. Is he?
Oh, I just invited Jackos and Max. I don't know why, maybe invite
Oh, no.
Jackos.
No, I don't know. Charge. Don't worry about it. We got both Jackals and Ninja. So we got Jackals though. He has pitted Ninja.
My telemetry's glitched. Oh no.
Sorry, I'm just inviting Oxy.
Yeah, my stuff's glitched. I got no idea what
It's
the
alright,
position
it's
changes are.
Okay. Oxy, I hope that helped out. So we've got Sway's going to lead, but we've got Goats right behind him. So I think Goats going to get all to the end to the rain.
Hang on a minute, am I seeing this right? Is Jackos P6?
Yes, because he pitted.
He pitted, so Ghost is fighting for the lead then. Wow.
Yes,
He's
he
catching
is.
up too. Look at him, he's super close now to Swayze. DRS here will ultimately affect the outcome here. We're going to be super keen to see if Ghost can get past Swayze here. Swayze's not too bad of a driver himself though. I reckon he'll be defending that for his life. Unfortunately, he appears to be out of ERS, so he's going to dive. There he has slight contact.
He's going for it.
Very slight
Be
contact.
risky. I'll wait for it. Oxy, I hope you got my info or Romulus.
I just think the one invite the Jackos. It just said Jackos.
Just try to get into Oxy because we are trying to get him in.
Yeah, look at the race director real quick. It's just giving me that one person. There you go.
Swayze is now pitting McNeil's, and I believe Fletcher might have penalties, but Goats is now in the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix.
Starting P10.
Showtime in behind.
Now,
Behind him. Frizy P3.
yeah, Fry's
I've
made.
just Frizy made a really good drive here. I'm very proud of him.
He's had an absolutely mad race so far.
Duff as well had a bit of a spin. is now P4, Jackals and Ninja just not too far off. They're both still quite close together.
Yeah, my telemetry's cooked. It's not only the track map's working. And sector times. The leaderboard's not showing, so I'm gonna have to. You get to tell me what position everyone's in. I'll go cycle through it all.
You can just look through the stream, I guess.
Yeah, McNeil's is dead last in points, so I suspect he's left the session. No, he's back now. Actually, he's on pause. I caught you napping, mate. Sorry. Beacon is down. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just keeping on positions here. What's changed? What stayed the same? Oh wait, did I invite the wrong person? I think I did.
Who'd you invite?
I invited goddamn Flunky. Oh, it won't let me actually straight up won't let me invite for some reason. His game cut option does not pop up.
Speaking of Flunky, Mukping going side to side here. Mukping is a bit rough.
They
there,
run
gets
wide.
the overtake done.
Yeah.
He takes P11.
Gains back the place that he lost.
There. That's Jackals and Daff are fighting, and Jackals has got the overtake. They're both McLarens now fighting the Mercedes.
Ninja's
There's
good.
Ninja's get the penalty now.
Oh, Daff got past.
And
this.
there's a bit of debris.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's from
debris
Jackos.
there.
Good check.
Daff does have damage.
That wasn't from. That was a bit before.
It was from before, so a bit weird to see. Showtime.
No,
was from
AlphaTauri in the
pit
pits.
stop.
AlphaTauri in the pit lane.
That's right.
That's
Jackals
Showtime.
now.
Showtime might have damage. No, Showtime's fine.
And Daff is still. Oh, sorry, did he have damage? Oh, no, he doesn't.
No,
Sorry.
Showtime's got a front wing replacement. It is indeed Showtime. Showtime did take some damage there. I'm not sure under what circumstance, but unfortunately, he's 70 penalty too, as it seems. His car's just despawned. Sways gets past Sultana for P6. Brilliant move there from Sways. Sways making his charge back up from his pit lane. He's only up to P6 though on the hard tyre, so he's well primed to finish this race on a high note. Meanwhile, Ninja and Jackos fighting for P3 further up the field, but Frizy Goats completely sailing away from the rest of the field. Thought it'd be Jackos who'd be sailing away, and he largely did for a good chunk of this race, but Goats and Frizy's at standard, complete control of the first and second places.
Mukping and Rude coming onto this. There's going to be a late dive. No, there's not.
Whoa, that was a bit close there.
Flunky just going through the ghost of Oxy now. Still cannot join, unfortunately. We're going to try our best in our ability to try and get him in. Back to the racing, we have at the moment not much close battles.
We have Rude
Everyone
effectively
seems
holding
to
a
be-
train of cars though.
Yes, he is.
He's under immense pressure to hold that P9. Given this. An aggressive and quick Mukping behind him on a fresh set of mediums. Better tyre compared to Rude. Looks down there. He has a little look down the inside, but doesn't quite nail the pass. A bit too far back, unfortunately, for him. Daff goes into the pit lane. Oh, wait, did he just make that? Yeah. Oh, he's fine.
He took it very slow, but very surely to be the first on the pit. But he's going for a front wing change as well, so he does damage.
Yeah, must have minor damage or something.
It could be just a glitch on my end where I just cannot see this movement. There's another penalty here.
Or McNeil's, yeah, further down the field. He's plumb last right now, I believe. Yeah. Quite far back from anyone. He did set a purple third sector, bizarrely enough, though. He's on the soft tyre, though, so that might have something to do with it.
We only have Mukping and Rude here. Very close together, but Mukping flashing light back in his car. So Rude's going to take advantage of this. He has to. Although it gets a really rough exit, but let's see.
DRS is still very powerful. No, he's not going to make it, though.
Doesn't look like he's pushing too hard. Maybe he's just harvesting. Probably the smart thing here to save everything.
Yeah.
Flunky not too far.
Jackos is catching up with Frizy. I think Frizy's had a mistake at some point because there's been a lot of time lost. To Frizy is
Set to go off. It's your boy.
retires from
Has crashed
session.
on the pit stop entry. It's a full safety car.
Let's see if I can find his
So
car.
let's see. Is Goats going to come in? Goats is going to come in. It's right on the pit entry as well.
It's a very awkward place
the
for the car to be
curb.
damaged, but fortunately the
But
car
Goats for
can
life
climb
is
over.
going to pit. He'll
Yeah,
put him onto the softs.
He might, He might stick it out in the softs.
Softs
Yeah, look
to
at
the
that.
end. But Fry.
Oh.
Fry's pitting.
I love how
Jack was a
Kari
ninja
goes
half
to-
would not be.
Side by side, interestingly enough. So
The Goats for life on mediums. But this will be in P3. You'll be on fresh.
yeah, fresh
Fresh
mediums in
sets as
P3.
well.
There's no
So
one
he'll be
behind
able to
him.
fight.
Frizy will gain a lot as well. Actually, no, Frizy will lose a few positions, unfortunately, but he's still in a good position as it stands. He might just lose a solitary position, actually. Yeah, he loses a solitary position to Sways. His Goats stays in P3, as you say.
Tana also pitting.
Yeah, he's further down.
Showtime now overtakes. Oh, that was very quick of the Haas team. Moonwalking.
Yeah, the Haas team on fire in the pit crew. You know, they're not quite like that in the real world. The real F1 season had a shocker this year, but in the games,
I'm out of curiosity. How many pit stops has this guy had?
which one, Jackos?
3 stops. No, McNeil's. He had 3 stops. I don't think it's been 3 stops.
Nah, he's ghosted. I think for a lot of it. And I think his AR
4
just
stops.
popped
There you
in.
go.
Yeah.
He's had 4 stops.
Maybe he's planning on doing a Jensen Button back in Canada where he does, 6 stops and won the race. I think 4, 5 or 6 stops and wins the race. I can't remember what the exact figure was, but it was something in that ballpark.
He is a lap down though.
Yeah, so
He's a lap down.
maybe that's a little optimistic. Well, I'm on board personally with Jackos, who's actually now in the lead as a result of Goats and Frizy pitting. So it'll be interesting to see if Jackos can hold this lead. He's on the harder tyre, so is Ninja. Goats is primed here to gain the most out of all the top 3 right now, as he's the only one of the 3 on the medium tyre, and he's on the newest set of tyres as well. So this is going to be a very interesting safety car restart when this does get around to happening. What lap are we on? Okay, things not working for me. I've got an ad
We
now.
are currently on lap 17.
Wonderful. So not much longer left. We're approaching the later stages of this race. And as it
I
stands-
believe Oxy's officially out of the race. I've just checked where he is, and he's on Forza. So I think he's officially just given up for tonight's race.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate, as McNeil's has left the session. He's DNF.
Did he
I
crash
think
out?
he's just-
Or
I think he's just left his car. I can't see his car anywhere.
he's just gotten out of his car and gone to his yacht.
Possibly, if there is yachts around in Singapore, I think
Well-
it is surrounded by water.
Yeah, it's a city-state. It's a city-state surrounded by a massive harbour. So maybe not quite around where this track is, but maybe further south or something. I suspect maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that
A
up.
hotel, a very high-class 5-star hotel.
Yeah, there's plenty of those in Singapore. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact,
It's going to look at the fastest lap here still. Jacko's still holding the mid of 40.6.
you could say
He's
that.
still
I was gonna-
and the next fastest here, I think it's a 41 what?
Yeah, you could say that Jack Russell is absolutely rapid. Yeah, I have to say that. It's just rapid paramount to the rest of the field. He's been up in the top 5 for pretty much the entire race. I think that fastest lap is a good case in point for that, if I'm going to be honest.
Yes. Let's quickly look at the position changes here. So Fry's up by 13 from his starting position at the start of the race.
He was up by even more at one point when he was in P2. So, yeah. Absolutely.
JTM not having the best race either.
Nah, very unfortunate
Left
for him.
down.
That front wing accident definitely took the wind out of his sails, I'd say, because he hasn't done much since that whole shebang shaboom. But it's still just only a bit past halfway through into the race, so I reckon he could absolutely still gain a few positions here and there, and maybe recover a few points for his troubles.
Now, speaking, we have both Jackals and Ninja on hard tyres as the safety car's now in, and Goats behind him is only on mediums. So,
Yeah. So that's why I said
Bit
before,
of a-
Goats is primed to take the most out of the most. Like he's gonna gain the most out of this if this all goes to his favour.
yes. Looking at penalties, let's quickly go through them. So we have 3 drivers in 3 seconds, Jackals, Frozy, and Showtime. Ninja with 6 seconds. So Jackals is not too pressured.
Yeah.
Not too pressured
I mean, he's
from
just gonna
Ninja
have
here.
to garner. He's just gonna have to gather. These two in particular are just gonna have to try and sail it.
Oh, and they tap! They tap!
Did they? Didn't look like a. Oh yeah, he. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackos gets a 5 second, I've got that, and that is not Jackos' fault. We will be taking that off him.
Yeah, we'll be taking
to build that. But restart has go.
That's unfortunately
Ninja
still going to very
really
much
close.
frustrate Ninja and Jackos though, because they both hit each other as Ninja goes around the outside and takes P1 from Jackos. A wonderful move.
That's a good overtake. But Jackos needs to think if he's, I believe, is he on stream listening?
He's going to be pressured. He's going to be under pressure to keep that P2 now because he doesn't know. He might not know that 5 second penalty is not his fault and will likely be removed.
What he should be thinking is, that's not my fault, I'm going to send it to the stewards to get that removed.
Yeah.
That should be his thinking right now, it just needs to think of it, it's not there.
Oh, it's undeniably a very frustrating thing to have happen, but yeah, I do agree with you. The best way to think of it is to just race as if it's not there. Because ultimately, racing with that hovering over your head keeps you fully in the game, literally, and keeps you mentally on top when it comes to this very technically challenging circuit.
That's right. But, keep on board, as there's a lot of position changes in the back of JTM.
Sways has lost out a massive amount. He's plumb last now. He must have lost his front wing. They go and check the external cams and see if he's lost his front wing.
He's lost nothing at the moment.
So he's just had maybe he's had enough somewhere because he was up in the points. He was comfortably in the points. Now he's running dead last of the field. JTM, as I said earlier, has gained a bit from this restart as well. He's up in P10. So yeah, I do suspect something happened further back the field because, again...
So with Jackos, we got from our FIA, I would say, we can remove Jackos 5 seconds.
Wonderful, so he doesn't have to worry about that. If he can hear that, he doesn't have to worry about that now.
He cannot, he's not...
And if he doesn't hear that, yeah, I'm going to say if he doesn't hear that...
So he needs to put his head down and goes, I need to get this is mine.
He needs to keep his head down.
If he can stay at least 3 seconds.
Yeah. He is under pressure from Goats to P2 right now, as Goats has had a rapid previous lap there. He's caught up to Jackos by a little bit. Not by enough to get DRS apparently, but enough to keep him on his toes. As Frizy is also catching up to Goats. Those two are having a very competitive race so far. Been a bit far attached from each other at 7 points throughout this race, but now they've been very close to each other in these later stages of the race.
Daphne going side by side here. JTM just having some popcorn front row seat, just watching the battle here. JTM trying to get involved now.
Foul JTM.
So slowly.
Yeah. Foul JTM. Palm is like that mission. Wait for one of them to run a little bit wide. Preferably before a DRS though.
Since we're on the last couple laps, we're going to put up the ERS to see how much we're going. And we are still waiting for the rain to kick in. As Rude now gets a penalty.
I don't know what for, I'm going to be honest.
I think track limits is a bit dodgy on this track. As someone is locked up, it could be Daft.
Daft and Rude definitely had a little moment there getting out of that turn there. Both the rear ends of both their cars.
This is very close racing though, very clean but close racing.
Sultana wants a bit of the action as well. He's catching right up to JTM in P10. As Snags also...
Not too far from Cubistic.
Yeah, Snags is running a bit closer to him as well. DRS
now enabled.
Yep.
So the big train started from Showtime. Showtime holding the train here. Melissa Hill will make the overtakes first.
Goats has lost a little bit of time as his Frizy.
Rude already is looking for a gap on Daff. Did not see anything. But again, big DRS train coming up.
Daff has managed to expertly reserve his ERS though. He's got much more ERS compared to his fellow riders and places around him. Flunky only 60. Actually, Flunky hasn't done too bad either. Actually. Daff is the standout in terms of keeping the ERS more managed.
Mark Ping now. Mark Ping going for the overtake here.
Rude might
goes for it very cleanly. Very beautiful overtake, I say.
Wonderful overtake there from Mark Ping to seal P5. And
Showtime's still fighting.
Yeah, as we say,
still trying to show a fight, but he
tried to have a look down the outside there, but Muck Ping closed the door and kept his P5 sealed tightly. Wonderful move there.
Now, while we're paying attention to the midfield, Jackos is now only 4 tenths behind Ninja here.
Yeah, I was going to say they're catching up, and Goats is not in Jackos' DRS range either, so Jackos has got a lot to gain here. Jackos is listening to us, probably through telepathy, if I'm going to be honest. And has realised, well, this actually Ninja locks up heading into those chicane there. So that's not good for Ninja at all. He's definitely feeling the pressure of Jackos there.
He is now DRS is now enabled starting with this lap. So the current lap we're on, I should say. So he needs to start managing. He doesn't have much ERS compared to Jackos here.
Yeah.
Jackos on 70%.
I
Ninja on
suspect
20.
Jackos probably will not make a pass here, but I reckon
I think he will save it.
You'll save for the
next
next
one coming.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got so much more than Ninja does. It's not even a contest. He's got so much more to play with. He just needs to nail this exit here, heading into this corner, and he does that quite nicely.
He does.
Eases on the throttle, presses it down very nicely. Got the DRS fully running. Along with the ERS, I don't think it's going to be quite enough.
Ninja's flashing though. Ninja's putting everything he's got, but Ninja only on 10% left of ERS.
Yeah.
So I think Jackos here is just like, you know what? Let him use the ERS. Let him use it. That's alright.
He had a
Gets a penalty.
little bit of contact there between Daff and Fonky there. I think it's enough to cause damage, but it's still not
A
good enough.
four-way battle here. Pretty much 3 tenths separating.
Daff's had a horrible exit there. He's alongside Daff.
I think.
That's Daff.
Oh, how is this going to
they're
turn
side by
out?
side.
Please keep it clean, boys. Please keep it clean.
There's a lot of contact.
That was like into the wall. I've heard that.
That's a lot of
They're
contact.
still going side by
JTM
side,
gets
you
involved
know.
as well.
JTM now getting involved.
They have damage.
Boys, try to keep it clean. Rui gets the better out of it, but it was a bit messy.
Absolutely, that was very messy there. Fortunately, it didn't result in any DNFs or any massive amounts of damage. We'll have to figure out if they're affected by the contact that they had earlier on. It's difficult to say right now. The cars are actually pretty good, although JTM seems a little worse for wear. He understeered into that corner there, but his front wing to me looks fine. Hard to say though.
Now, I'm going to mention again, where is this rain?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Maybe it's just like the actual F1 broadcast when they say there's like a 50% chance of rain and it comes like after the podium ceremony. I reckon it's something like that. Ninja just had a bit of a weird moment there. He's lost time to Jackos. Jackos has got DRS. And an
Oh,
ERS
it's another moment as well.
Yep, I reckon Jackos has
Here
got
we
this.
go.
Looking at his own going on the outside.
This will be the easiest overtake. Pushes him wide. But Jacko says, nope, sorry, this is my position. For what you did to me on that restart, I'm now taking this position away from you. Jackoson's now going to get the getaway. I've got a good helicopter view here as well of Jackos.
Yeah, Jackos handled that turn beautifully there. He managed to get past him there well before they had to brake. Managed to control the braking zone there and effectively block Ninja from making any attempts to gain back first place. Good stuff.
Very good racing.
Goats is catching up slowly as well, actually. He's not within the DRS range yet, but he's very close, and I reckon if Ninja keeps up with those mistakes, I reckon Goats will be within DRS range in the next lap or so.
The Goats does have more ERS than Ninja's just sitting on between the 10s and the single digits as well.
Yeah, not good. Not good for him at all, unfortunately.
Yeah. What could Goats be thinking? Does he have the pace? That's the thing. Could he use all of his pace already just on the overtakes earlier in the race?
Goats is on the
And
better
he's got
tyre.
Nothing left in his arsenal.
Maybe.
Goats is on the better tyre, but look where Jackos and Ninja are. They're still getting away.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackos even sets fast as lap. That's ridiculous.
Sets up fastest lap.
That's a strong statement of intent there.
40.6.
That's a very strong statement of intent there to set the fastest lap on hards that late into the race. Very impressive stuff there from Jackos. As Ninja loses the rear a little bit again.
I do think
There
it's
we
a
go.
latency
There's a little bit
though,
of rain
to show
dropping.
that.
A little bit of rain just dropped. Yeah,
And Rain has it, and JTM is just pitted.
JTM is
So
JTM.
could he be making
Is he gambling for
a
inters?
switch?
Because you can see rain,
Could he be?
but I reckon it's way too early to gamble on the intermediate
He
tyres.
is.
He's on the inters.
He's hitting
That's
for
a-
the green stripe.
That's a Toro Rosso in Germany 2018 move. That's a little too early for that, if you ask me. That's a very early switch.
We'll see how long it will take for the truck to
The rain is steady though.
be the right condition.
Yeah, the rain is steadily dropping though, so it's absolutely going to switch things up heading into the latter half of this race. In the final stages, sorry, it's around like 24, 31. So 26, 24.
So it is very late on, but we will take what we get.
Exactly. Friesen looks a little dodgy there as the rain continues to fall and it therefore has the effect of making the track cooler as Muckping
And
loses
just
the rear a
just
little bit.
looking at the times with Jackos, 1.5 seconds
Yeah, that rain
down
is
from his
falling.
fastest.
Showtime is
So
cautiously. Yeah. You know, oh,
So Goats for Life here didn't make much of a didn't
spun.
Snags.
Front wing for Snags. He spun on the main straight there. He's spun under his own power and has unfortunately lost his front wing. He might crash into the wall here. He does bump into the wall, but keeps it going.
That's a pretty good save, I might say.
So that was actually a smart track from JDM to stay on the insides, although there's a safety car.
Not only, as I was trying to say, virtual safety.
Yeah.
Drivers could be pitting if Fries would be the first one.
Fries being very smart there by pitting there. I reckon he's done a very smart decision there to pit. Give him the virtual safety car.
Kubistic stays out.
Yeah. Right thrown off speeding on the VSC. That's very unfortunate for Sultana there. He was in the points, wasn't he? He was.
P10.
P9 now. You see,
He's still going to
I reckon those that have stayed out have made a big mistake. The top three that have stayed out have made a big mistake because the track is it's steadily raining.
No,
there's no
not
doubt
only
about
that,
it.
but they missed it as well.
Yeah,
They missed it. Pit stop.
Because the virtual safety car is just going to slow them down. The tyres are going to get cooler. It's going to be much more difficult out there when it resumes. When racing resumes as normal, they're going to be in a very, very bad spot. They're going to have to rely on the advantage they've had as it stands to keep them ahead of the cars behind them. Frizy, for example, Frizy's going to be flying. It's going to be much faster. He's,
as I was trying to say before, Goats missed opportunities to overtake Ninja Jackals since on the pressure tyres.
has DRS been disabled?
Did not
I just
see
got-
as a
I just,
Sultana.
I just got the notification that it was enabled, but this track conditions
That's only because
the VSC.
like yeah. No, it's still on. It's still on.
That's really weird.
Oxy's Ghost.
It really shouldn't be on at this point. Yeah, Showtime's gonna get past him here. Oxy's Ghost.
But you can see puddles are forming a little bit.
Yeah, the track's definitely gaining a lot of moisture. The rains.
And I just realized Ninja's overtaken Jackals and Goat's rubber is right.
JTM
next
pits
to
again.
Jackals.
He might have had an off somewhere. That's just ruined that potential bingo that JTM had there from hitting a lap prior. So,
But they see the top three here. Let's see who's going to be pitting.
they all are.
I think they all are.
They all are.
Yes, they
There's
are.
no doubt about it. They are all going to pit. Just going to see if it's going to be handled fairly between all of them. Yep, they're all going to go in uniformly and very nicely without impeding on each other. Flunky is drifting a little bit.
Yes, he's taking it very slowly.
You can see the moisture.
Be sure to get into the pit.
You can see, oh, Sultana's in the front wing. DRS has been
DRS
disabled.
has been disabled.
And look who's going to gain from
Top-
it the most. Currently running
Still
P6.
I think the top three are still going to be there. Sultana still has no front wing, but Fry's still sitting P4.
Yeah,
But
he might gain
we'll
P3.
get a better exit. We'll get a better exit here. Jackals in P3, so Goats has made the jump into P1 here.
It's managed to do
Fry's
it.
sitting in P3 in front of Jackals.
So the pit stops have paid off wonderfully there for
So
Goats.
he's made one position up.
Unfortunately for Jackals though, it seems like he's had a bad pit stop for whatever reason.
Might have been, yes,
Yeah.
but Goats for Life is now on a charge to finish this race in front.
Yep, he's maximised his losses so far in this race. He started 10th, fell way back down the grid. He was last at one point. He's had a bit of a Hamilton in Sao Paulo, I'm going to be honest. That's been a marvellous drive from Goats.
But Ninja was making a charge only
Ninja.
under a second behind
Ninja's
him.
going to keep him honest, but I don't think Goats has any penalties. Goats does not have any penalties, doesn't he?
And I think that's a Daft. Daft has had a spun.
Daft's he's got his front wing intact. He's about to lose it again. No, he's lost his front wing.
And he's doing it again.
Yeah. I think he's going to retire. No, he's going back into reverse. He's changed his gear. He's lost a lot of time from trying to get back into first gear and try to get the car back on the track. Still in the points though, as 11th place isn't too far behind him, but is struggling under his own car itself. JTM very far behind.
Right, doing a very
P14.
good job defending against Jackals here. Jackals will be frustrated. He will want to get near at least Ninja.
We've got the two Mercedes in
Overtaking.
P4 and P5.
Jackals will be thinking to himself, I deserve this win. I've been leading the whole race and now I lose it with my pit stop.
Oh, I wouldn't necessarily pin it on that. He should have pinned it on
but
that earlier.
Jackals, I've just been reminded, Jackals has served his 5 seconds. That's why he's dropped.
Yeah, that might be why. Actually, yeah, that's explained it then.
That's why. So he'll be spewing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, that's kind of beyond his control because he wouldn't have been competitive if he stayed out on the dries. At this point, the rain's continuous. It's here to stay for the rest of the race. He's not going to be able to improve if he stayed out on a hard compound.
Jackals could be thinking so. I could probably still report against Ninja because he pretty much just ruined my win here. Even though he served the penalty, but you never know, Jackals.
I don't think it's going to go down.
It's whatever he wants. I don't think there's nothing we can do about it. But if I was Jackals, that's what I will be trying to do. That's what I'll try. Just to see the outcome of it.
Jackos had a look at the inside of Frizy there, but Frizy covered that potential avenue for P3 off pretty well. Frizy's defending from Jackos quite nicely, actually.
There's a very good fight. 2 battles here, all for podiums.
Yeah.
One for first and one for third.
Yeah, so I've got that prediction right with Jackos getting past the slab. He effectively cannot improve on wet. He can't improve a dry time in the wet. So I've effectively nailed that prediction of Jackos getting past the slab.
Sultana gets to 5 seconds. Ninja has a bit of a moment, almost in the back of the car.
Yeah, he's had some rear instability issues in this latter half of this race. It seems to be either the cooler conditions before the rain, if this game does have that sort of thing, or the wet's just kind of throwing him off a bit. Goats just had a terrible exit there. Daff retired from session.
Daff has retired from
this crash. That's a safety car.
And that's a full safety car.
It's going to make things even more complicated for the cars behind. I wonder how Daff retired from session there.
That could be just losing the back end of the car.
Very likely, Randy. Absolutely very likely, Randy. Unfortunately, we cannot see exactly what happened. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, he's out of the race.
No points for the Williams. No points for the Red Bulls.
No points for that. Or, well, big points for the Haas on the back of Frizy. But the Alfa Romeos.
And Mercedes here.
Mercedes again. Yeah, Jackos and Mark being P4 and
Ferrari
P5.
as well. And for Goats, who needs to salvage the points. Good recovery as well, I have to say, though.
Snags bringing home a solitary point at this point in time for Alpine. He's diving into the pit lane, though, I'm not sure why. Unless he feels like he can gain an advantage on a different set of tyres. Not to say at this point, but Reptile says, "Oh my god, why does someone always DNF and cause a safety car at such a time in the race every time?" Yeah, we've noticed that happen a few times. We've noticed that happen a few times in Div 1, Div 2, and in Div 3. A big chunk of the race isn't decided by your pace and strategy. It's decided by a mad dash for the finish that usually involves the last 5 laps. And look, there's some fun in that, but there's also a lot of fun in having your strategy pay off. As you say, Josh, strategy is more important than the pace in a lot of the tracks in this game.
Yes.
Nailing that strategy, and that's what
I normally spend over an hour. So I spend probably half an hour just to figure out my setup. Another 10 minutes just to figure out like the times and like what are some of the I wouldn't say chain spots or sweet spots of each track, and I spend an hour. I use the time trial to use them, and then into my practice lobbies before my actual race. Go into a practice lobby, do my race strategy. That's where I find out my management, my tyre management for NERS, and I do my quali, and then I get into the race.
Well, you see, funny that by comparison, I just kind of like it in it and just kind of go, oh, I'm here, let's do practice, let's do quali, let's do the race. I don't pay much attention. I do setups, obviously, and I base them off what I've seen from other drivers and what I've seen from time trials and what I've seen from online recommendations. But of course, a lot of the time it's just me just rolling up in practice and just being like, okay, I'll set a time, see if this works, and basing it off that.
Yeah, because time trial times is not going to be for your race.
Not very representative, no.
No, like there's some tracks it does, but there's some tracks where it doesn't stay consistent.
But being good at time trial doesn't necessarily translate to being good in the race. In my opinion, it's very important to understand the drivers or the competitors around you. I shouldn't refer to them as drivers, they're racing in a game, not real life. But, you know, it's very important for them to understand the boundaries and everything, how different philosophies and different approaches to driving. And of course, you know, you might be quick in time trial, but if you're not able to overtake anyone cleanly, then what's the point?
That's right.
Or if you're not
And,
with
it's
strategy, yeah.
there's a big thing that I have learnt throughout this year's game is management.
ERS management in particular?
Definitely ERS management. I think that's probably one of my strong points.
Yeah, it's
I
absolutely
know
one of my
Singapore
points.
has Cubistic and I believe Sways as well. Got 5 seconds each for collision.
Yep, slight
with each
contact
other.
there. Very slight contact.
But I have learned management. I know Singapore this track.
Flunky spun it.
Flunky's had a spun.
Yeah.
I can see on the map. I think it's in cover though. Singapore is a very difficult track to harvest your ERS back because even though you'll think, oh, but it's high downforce. When it comes to high downforce, you want to like get high cornering speed.
Yep, and you want to power out of tight corners as well. You want to make sure you get those corners.
That's right. So it is like the only big breakings is pretty much this hairpin we're about to hit, and pretty much the turn 1 to turn 3 section.
Yeah, turn 1, turn 3.
Section.
Yeah.
Pretty much sector 1 is pretty much depends on if you find any, even the tunnel bit as well as ERS comes in. ERS is also ERS can also be harvested around the tunnel.
Yeah. Safety car's in this lap, by the way. But
that's right. And Kubisa gets another penalty.
Oh, that's going down in Western. It's going to be a 2-lap dash to the finish. Actually, so yeah, 2-lap dash exactly, because as we cross this line, as Goats in P1 crosses the line, when the safety car peels into the pit lane, it'll be lap 30 of 31.
So, Ninja, let's hope you don't go into the back of someone again.
I reckon he's learned his lesson. He's keeping very close to Goats though. So there's got to be a bit of mutual. There's got to be a level of respect between these two if they're going to handle the safety car restart properly.
So here we go. How will Goats take this reset?
Goats is trying to warm his tyres as much as he can in P1. The guys behind him just want to go. They don't care about these tyres. They know they can handle it later on. Goats is gone. Mark Ping has a 5-second penalty. With I don't know how.
Kubisic has gone down the order as well. He has had a spun. Got a car side by side on the main straight here.
As well. CBF Sways has a penalty. Sways.
As Kubisic retires in the pit lane, so he is just giving up his race.
Oh, JDM's had a slightly. He's lost the rear.
JDM has had his moment. I'm still watching the front here. The top 4.
Oh, this could be a very...
Ninja's side by side with Goats here.
Ninja's got it.
Into the wall. I think Ninja might have it.
Ninja locked up. Oh, he's got it. He handled it.
He's got it.
Good pass there. Ninja can take P1 from Goats.
But Goats will be thinking, I don't need to overtake him. I can just sit behind him because he's got a penalty.
Exactly. So all Goats has got to do now is take it easy. He doesn't need to be flustered.
Let's quickly check on, as there's another safety car. A yellow flag of Showtime P11 now.
Yeah, I think he's got wing damage.
Let's quickly check the penalties. Ninja's got 9 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, Ninja's lost that win, I think, from those penalties, unfortunately.
Both Fry and Jackals have 3, and Goats has no penalties. This is pretty much Goats' race to lose here.
Yeah.
Let's try not to say anything. Let's just watch on and see how they go.
All I'll say is, as it stands, Goats has no penalties late. Even if he does get one, consistency is key.
Ninja's had a big moment.
Yeah, he's lost the rear quite a bit.
Spun.
That's been a big problem for him in these later stages of this race because he's lost that rear quite a bit.
As both the Alpines are swapping positions here.
Oh, yeah, they lose.
Actually, no, it's Mukping. Mukping's gone down the order.
Mukping might have damage.
Might have. There is a 2-section train here.
Oh, he's just tapped the side of the wall a little bit there. Something
might have damage. Yes.
Something's definitely up in his car. He has Rue here for company. He's keen to take PA off his hands there. And the Ghost.
I have just been told by the FI has gone to final laps. Mukping 5-second move, same with Sways and Showtime, 100%.
Showtime does not have a front wheel. Showtime will be back into the pits. He'll be finishing plumb last.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the last lap of the Grand Prix here.
Ninja has a commanding lead.
At the moment, could have the win, but we're going to look at Fry and Jackals here. This is the battle for the podium.
Yeah.
Jackals will want this podium. He's worked so hard for it.
Jackals was a little over ambitious in that
corner.
He'll stay ahead, I reckon. Of them diving in very late, he's going to stay in.
I think Jackals is thinking the right thing. Jackals thinks, I don't want to take anyone out. I don't want to take my own race. I'm going to take someone else's. I'm going to settle in, wait for a mistake. As Fry almost makes a mistake, as I've said it. Jackals goes for the dive then. there is contact. They're going side by side. They're into the tricky section here. Going side by side. Let's see how they take it. Fry goes for the big dive.
They're gonna hit.
Oh.
They're gonna Williams behind them. I think that's Sways. That
And
is
Fry
indeed
gets
Sways.
another penalty, and that is Fry's podium
There's some
chances
slight contact there between
gone.
Fries. Fries has had a wonderful rest. Oh, there's more contact.
Swayze has just tapped the back of Fry
Yeah,
there,
I
so
just saw
that's
that.
so both eager, and I think Fry is just now very frustrated.
Absolutely. He'd be fuming after that.
Now he's got Swayze just now just getting all the back of him, losing 2 positions on lap.
Sways just got ahead of him with a nice
He'll
move
be
there, though.
frustrated. He'll be very frustrated there. But coming to the end, we've got Ninja. He's going to cross the line first. But
He's done well
1
at the
second of
gap,
penalties.
but it's not enough. He's gapped
Will
Goats
not
quite
be
nicely.
enough.
Yeah, it will absolutely not be enough. He needed more laps to gap him there. The way he was going, he could have maybe done it if he had 5 more laps.
CVF Ninja crosses the line first, but behind him, Oats for Life takes the win.
Wonderful
Jackos
effort there.
into P2. Will Fry take P3? No, he doesn't.
No.
He just
Misses out.
out.
And
Chunky
Snags.
takes P4.
Snags takes an unexpected P4 there out of nowhere. He was further back behind.
P6, Rude P7. JTM with no penalties will take P8, even though it goes a bit wide.
No, he takes P7.
Takes P7 actually. Oxy's Ghost takes P8, so there's a bit of redeem for his internet.
Yeah, a bit of redemption there. His Ghost managed to settle into P8.
And Muckpin takes P10. So there is your point finishes with the last 2. Showtime, the last driver on full wet actually. Is he improving though? It doesn't look like he's gaining.
He's set at
any time.
205, so yeah. As it stands.
Just from his pit stop. But ladies and gentlemen, there is your top 10. There is your result, I might say.
Yeah, we'll wait till the proper screen. We'll wait till the screen comes up for proper confirmation. But as it stands, Goats for Life started P10, went down to the back of the grid at one point, went down last of the runners.
Definitely
climbed
my
back
driver
up.
of the day for me.
Absolutely agree.
Definitely my driver of the day. Goats
Can't
Alive,
deny
my driver of the day.
Can't
here.
deny that at all. That was a stunning drive from Goats there. As I said before, P10 down to last. The game disagrees.
Frizy gets driver of the day as well.
The-
You know what? In driver of the day as well to Frizy.
The game
He
disagrees.
made
But
he did really well. He did really
what
well.
is this
getting the
PM? What is this
positions.
animation, man? What is this animation? That is cursed stuff. Nonetheless, I mean, this game's a meme, that sort of stuff. But congratulations to the podium sitters.
Have you seen my celebration?
No, I haven't. No.
I ride the donkey.
Oh, fuck off. Mine's is just like a simple like heart thing. I just wanted
No,
it to be
I
simple.
ride the donkey, mate.
Yeah.
We're there for the Greek side. But ladies and gentlemen, there is your finishes.
Look at that.
Well done, that's Pajala Pleasant Show. Well done. Unfortunate for you, Pajala. We will see what will happen later this week. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your result. Jackos, good prediction from Romulus here. Takes the fastest lap.
Hey, I predicted that
forget
Goats would
near
be on
the
the podium
40s.
too. I predicted Goats would be on the podium too, I'm pretty sure.
I forgot who I predicted.
But,
But yes, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So we will get our top 3 into our interviews. I'm just going to quickly just show the bottom here. So let's quickly invite
the top 3, bring them on in.
so both Goats.
Look at that fast lap from
Jackos.
Jackos. But I gotta say, P10 to P1 and then P18 to P5. Can't forget Chunky Snags though. P13 to P4 with 4 stops and 4 pit stops along with Goats. JTM 5 pit
Goats.
stops to finish P7.
Ninja
Wonderful stuff there.
and Goats for life. There we go.
Anyway. Oh, I've got PlayStation notices here. Anyway.
Just wait for our other 2 drivers to join the party.
Yep, that's alright.
Yeah, gents.
Welcome, mate.
How you doing? Good race. Hope you enjoyed that as well. We enjoyed for watching from the comms box.
Yeah, it was a wonderful race.
That was, that 5 second though screwed both me and Jackos because I don't know what was going on, but like,
Yeah. We will will get into it through our interviews.
The game has gremlins.
We'll-
You're right, mate.
We will just wait on for Jackos to join, and then we'll continue with our interviews when he decides to join.
Memory serves me right. Last time Jackos didn't even join, so I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll find out.
If he doesn't join in a minute, we'll just get on. Don't want to waste any time. We'll go straight into it. So, we've got 2 out of 3 podium sitters here. We'll start off with Ninja. Ninja, you crossed the line first, but you were demoted down to P3. Had a really good race with Jackos throughout the race until pretty much that second safety car where you both had your little incident. Then the rain came in. You pretty much had the race, but wasn't enough time for you to get in front. So talk us through that race.
Yeah, no, cheers for that. GG to Goats, well done on that. But yeah, no, it was a good battle between myself and Jackos for pretty much the whole race. He had the pace on me, definitely. But as soon as the rain came, he just seemed to lose all pace. And definitely pounced on that as soon as I could. Don't know what happened in that second safety car. Everyone behind me was really close, and so it was a lot of like stop start. It was really slow, so yeah. Sure, whatever you guys saw, you saw, but at the end of the day, we lost out about 5 seconds, both of us. Then I just was stuck behind Goats. I got really unlucky with that third safety car because I was just about to go for that move, and then safety car came out. But,
Yeah, I hate it when that happens, but...
And then at that point, like if the safety car had come out a lap earlier and went in a lap earlier, I reckon I could have possibly kept P1, P2 even. But yeah, no, well done to Goats. But yeah, no, it's just frustrating with the stupid penalties that this game seems to have. Yeah.
Technical issues too. Yeah.
It is, because it is a bit of a latency thing, so it wasn't that bad on our side. I wouldn't know about the drivers, but very good race. I enjoyed watching that fight for the podium spots. Sitting on top, as Jackson still hasn't joined, Goats, P1 again.
Wonderful stuff.
Very good race. You're still in this fight for the championship fight, as your championship rival Oxy's had a bit of a moment with his game crashing.
He still finished PA,
but
yeah.
His AS still finished him in points.
Yeah.
So take what you get. But you had a bit of a mess up at the start of the race. So talk us from the start of the race and how was that recovery drive?
Yeah, so I had a decent start. Jumped to the outside because Cruder was pushing to the inside, and apparently there was some early braking and just accidentally hit my teammate, caused me a bit of wing damage. So I meant to pit onto the mediums, but it put me onto the hards. Safety car jumped back onto the mediums and just kind of started cutting my way through the field in that second stint, managing to get up towards the top. And I was there for a little bit after Ninja and Jackos jumped me, and then the rain came and I jumped them in the pits because of their penalties and wing damage and whatnot. I don't really know exactly what happened to them. And then I tried to stay in front of Ninja as much as I could. Yeah, him and Jackos are pretty quick. Managed to stay within that time penalty and cross the line in first, or second, but promoted to first.
Yeah, very good race. Unfortunate for Hutto, would have been very good points for the Aston, but you take what you get. Good. It was a very good recovery drive from you. My driver of the day, but recovering from pretty much the last, good and getting that top spot. So big pats to you. Big pats to you as well, Ninja. Jackos, wherever he is, big pats to him. He deserved that win. He's been leading the whole race with the qualifying as well. But I would definitely take a P2 as a alternative. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your round 14 Australian
Two-thirds of your
Division
podium
2.
sitters. Two-thirds
Yes,
of them
that's
on here with us tonight.
yep, that's
so-
right. Yep. But round 14 Singapore. There you go. Thank you for watching along with us.
Where's next week's fight, by the way?
Next week will be
Japan.
Japan.
And
Yeah.
are we going to Imola at all?
Not I think Imola's towards the end of the season.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll keep you updated with everything on Discord or Facebook. Be sure to always check in. Be sure to join as well. We're also sponsored by Sully's. Thanks to them as well. And we will see you all next week.
Yep. See you next week.